Happy Sunday, everyone, and you have stumbled upon an episode of Too Long Didn't Scroll, the daily show available on platforms like YouTube, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and more. Use the show to get your daily news fix in a quick and listenable format over scrolling through an endless newsfeed every day. Without further ado, let's dive into what happened on February the 25th of 2023. We start off the day's events in the African country of Cameroon, in which the annual televised event, the Mount Cameroon Race of Hope, is being held. Though the event took a turn today when several small explosions along the route injured around 19 athletes. The Ambazonia Defense Forces, the purported military force of the self-declared breakaway state of Ambazonia, claimed responsibility. Ambazonia attempted to secede from Cameroon back in 2017 after 3 years of political unrest and protest from 2016 to 2017 surrounding the perceived marginalization and discrimination against Anglophone, or English-speaking groups in the north and southwestern regions of the country. Such regions were originally under a British holding called the Southern Cameroons until they agreed to join the country of Cameroon, dominated by Francophone or French-speaking groups, which significantly outnumbered the Anglophone groups. After the 2016 to 2017 protests were met with crackdowns by the Cameroonian government, the government of Ambazonia self-declared itself independent and started an insurgency in the region, bringing in guerrilla warfare tactics as Cameroon's armed forces also declared war on the unrecognized secessionist state. The conflict at present has killed around 6,000 soldiers and civilians and displaced well over 700,000 people, and talks for peace so far have failed to produce results. We now head on over to the country of Poland, which has been particularly vocal concerning its opposition towards Russia after its invasion of Ukraine 1 year ago. Poland has responded with numerous sanctions and has sent numerous aid packages into Ukraine, with a notable recent gift being several German-designed Leopard 2 main battle tanks. It seems as a response, however, that Russia has halted pumping oil to Poland through the Druzhba pipeline, according to Polish petroleum company PKN Orlen. Natural gas and oil imports were exempt from the many sanctions on Russia by the European Union, largely due to its, and by extension the world's, continued reliance on Russia's copious reserves. PKN Orlen has stated that the halting of imports for now would not significantly impact the Polish economy, stating that the 10% of Polish crude oil imports Russia is cutting off can easily be replaced by other sources. We now concern ourselves with the relations between the country of Mexico and Peru. The latter is continuing to go through a crisis as protests surrounding the ousting and arrest of former President Pedro Castillo rage throughout the country. Castillo, after attempting to dissolve the Peruvian Congress, was accused of attempting to stage a quote-unquote self-coup and seize power for himself. Though much of the populace still supports him and continue to demonstrate for its release and for the new government under current Peruvian President Dina Boluarte to heed their demands. The current government appears to be doubling down on its current rhetoric, however, having yesterday expelled its Mexican ambassador from its country after he declared his support for the protesters, stating that her government's practices were unconstitutional. Despite the ambassador's expulsion from Peru, however, Mexico has stated its official position still stands in support of the Castillo government and that his ousting was illegal, though has stated it will still continue to maintain its diplomatic mission in the country.